subscribers!
Hi guys!
Welcome back.
Yes.
So we have a juicy topic for you guys today. We wanted to talk about tarot cards are psychic readings.
Yes.
Tarot cards and oracle cards are a version of psychic readings. We cannot tell you how many times that people don't quite get the concept that even though we're using a divination tool, we are still providing a full-blown out psychic reading within the session.
Yeah. So there are situations where you have people study tarot and they're, maybe in their beginning stages and they're really reading the cards. But even then, to be able to align with the right message that goes with that card, in that particular reading, there takes intuitive ability.
Yes.
There's no way to just pick up a deck and read it the same way every single time. Like if you gave this to a bunch of different people, they would read it the same way every time. Someone is pulling from their intuitive side to be able to connect to the message, and maybe they connect to the picture. But the reason why we bring this up is in sessions, you may have people who think, you're not really tapping into your gift. You're just saying, you're just reading the card. You're just saying what's on the card. And it's like, we need you guys to understand it's a powerful tool to aid in getting you to your message. And a lot of people are visual learners, are, better when they have something in front of them to be able to consolidate and download a message that much further. So do not negate the power of a psychic in front of you using cards, because there's like so many messages. This one thing can be interpreted so many different ways. So be a little bit more open in the process.
Exactly. And we have had clients that, like you said, are visual learners. Some people just, when we don't use the cards, because we don't need the cards.
Yeah.
And I'll get to why we use them in a moment. But there have been times where people are like, oh, she was just giving advice. And it's like, we can't win with some of you.
Yeah.
So why do we use the cards? The reason being is in a session, especially when we're on a timer, which usually we are, because you pay for a certain amount of time and then we have other clients waiting. We don't need the cards to receive messages, but to make sure we are on schedule, divination tools help to speed up the process. Yeah. So when and I think I've explained before in another video where I talked about how psychic tools work. So our intuition does work through our nervous system. So when we are tapping into your energy, channeling your energy, our intuition, our subconscious, our higher self is organizing the cards, the messages that you need to see. Yeah. So this is also why the cards, we say the cards don't lie. Why the cards don't lie? Yeah. Because we always do pull right in front of our clients so they know that the card they receive is for them. Yes. So we can't preset the cards. We don't even know what question you're coming in with. Yeah. So we just do it live, and so our intuition is also channeling you and organizing the cards of what message you need to see. Yeah. When it comes to interpretation, like Christine said, there's not just one meaning. Sure, there's an overall generalized meaning, and you'll find on YouTube and books that they're like, oh, in this meaning, this card likely represents this in a earth reading or a money reading, or this in a cup reading, a water reading, or emotional reading. But a good psychic is going to be able to use it almost as if, okay, I'll give this example. Let's say your professor at school said, I need a paper on this topic. Yes. They give you the topic, but everything else, the paper, the 20 pages you need to fill in, that's on you. So the numbers, the images, the symbolism, whatever we're drawn to, that's what we use to interpret the cards by whatever is channeled through us, whatever our gift may be, clairvoyance, clairaudience, whatever it might be. Because no card is going to have one meaning, like you said. Yeah. It's going to change depending upon the question. It's going to change upon whatever other cards are telling the story. Yeah. And it's going to change upon what we're feeling on a psychic level for you.
Yeah. And then also, you're not seeing everything that goes into downloading the message. You're just seeing the cards, right? So if we're sitting there and we're looking at it, we're also hearing things. I'm clairaudience, so is Erika. There's claircognizance, where you just know things. There's clairsentience, where you just feel it, and then of course clairvoyance, where you like see those images, and it may not even be an image from the card, because a lot of times for me, I'll pick up a card and it's a chariot, but I'm seeing like whatever my vision sees me see. This could just prompt a memory that relates directly to your situation. So our gift works in such an intense, beautiful way. And we came today to just express that so people understand it's not just like we're flipping a book and it's something that we just train to do. No, Erika and I are both naturally gifted, and of course over time we're just obsessed with the craft. So we've read like countless books, we've looked at tons of videos, so we know all the different styles that are out there, and we've grown over time just with the amount of readings that we've done. But we really take the craft seriously, so it's not just something that's like, oh, this just easy. Like, no, we end up being stuck after, you know, everything is over, stuck with the energy on us, and we have to go through a whole process of detox after we're done with our reading clients as well. So we just wish there was more understanding about what we do as tarot readers and psychics, and more just empathy with the process overall, because sometimes when we hear news that we don't prefer, you know, in a session, people like to just say, oh, does the card have to mean that? And challenge us on the card. It's not just about the card. We're not just going off of that, because, for example, the death card could mean, yeah, an ending, you know, a breakup, but it also can mean a transformation of mind within the connection, you know, or actually somebody's dealing or coping with a passing, and that's why they're being distant. So we're not just delivering, oh, it's not good for you just because that one card said it. It's because all of our spidey senses are saying this is maybe something that isn't right for, or maybe just temporarily an ending. But be open-minded when you come to your session. You can get so much more out of it.
Yeah, and that happens pretty often when a client is like, oh, well, after the reading, they're like, well, could this card mean this or this? It definitely could.
Yeah.
But we gave you our interpretation on the psychic level of what we felt for you in the session.
Yeah.
So, and this also led us to our journey of very, very much wanting to create our deck, the Truth Deck Oracle cards, because with these, what we love about these is, sure, they say something pretty direct, right, it seems, but this, like having sex is what this says.
Yeah.
This could have so many different meanings and interpretations, and these really challenge you to operate on a psychic level, because there are no pictures.
Yeah.
So all you have is literally the headline, and everything else
and a number.
And a number.
Yeah.
And then you have to fill in the blanks
Yeah.
there. So that's why we love these cards so much.
We love them, yes. And thank you to everybody who has been purchasing. We've been getting crazy orders in the last few days. So we're like, yes, this is awesome. But it's like Erika said, it's such a simple message. Childish, right? Childish can mean so many different things. It could be a negative thing, but it could also say you need to be more childlike. You've been taking life way too seriously, and it's time to release.
Yeah.
So it's not just about reading the card and saying, oh, that sounds negative. It's negative. It's about, or even space needed, right? And the love reading, it may be like, oh my gosh, they want space. But it's also just time to unplug from your connection, so it's not codependent, you know? So you have your friends and your family and your work that gets the same amount of nurturing as your partner. So be open and respect what we do, and you'll get so much more from it. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining us today on this topic. Yes, tarot reading is psychic reading. All things need our intuitive print on it to really tell the full message. So if you go to a reader and it seems like they're just sounding really choppy and just strange, okay, yes, there's something strange there. But if they're just flowing and they're just continuing to pull cards, they're not just reading you the cards. They may refer to them, but they're going deep, and just be open and appreciate their process.
Exactly.
All right, Vibers, until next time, have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.